When I was a kid, I loved cars. Still do. The 57 Cadillac Eldorado Brougham was the most advanced car in the world. Cost more than a Rolls. Hand-built with a stainless steel roof, cruise control, electric seats, and would you believe, air suspension. American iron. It's a passion Shannons understand. That's why they insure my daily drive, the caddy, my bike, even the house.
Call Shannons on 13 46 46. Shannons Insurance for motoring enthusiasts.
Gasoline is proudly brought to you by Shannons Insurance for motoring enthusiasts and the following sponsors. I'm Michael Curzon, producer creator of Gasoline. Hope you enjoy.
Night, I'm all alone outside her windowsill. She says, baby, 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 you know you give me a thrill. I get up, I get in, I get down, way downtown. The river shifts down, release the clutch, there's no stopping us now. She got fire, she got muscle, got more speed than any man needs. Turn around, here rumble, take C down.
Welcome back to Gasoline viewers. We're at the Shannons Picnic and Hanging Rock Car Show. It's an incredible venue here, an incredible event. Last year there was over 3,000 cars here, and as you can see behind me, there's plenty of them rolling through the gate. So let's get into it, check out some of these machines. Well, I found a spectacular HG Holden Brougham here, owned by George Manius. George, beautiful car. Tell us all about it.
Oh, look, just picked it up in Foster, New South Wales. Got it towed down. Sort of been looking since I was a teenager for a Brougham. And yeah, as you know, they're pretty hard to find. Got the car down and just got straight into it. I've had it for about a year and a half. Yeah, just stripped it back and just did, you know, your standard sort of resto on the body. Didn't sandblast it, but you know, did a bit of work.
Engine, running gear?
355 stroker. So I always wanted to keep it as a 308. So you know, still 308 block, but yeah, a little bit of work done to it. Keep it as it's meant to be, I suppose. I've still got the original block somewhere else. I didn't want to wreck that, but yeah, no, it's come up all right. It's a good family cruiser. I drive it everywhere. I've only had it on the road now probably for about 8 months.
And what about the running gear in the car, the trans and the rear end?
Yeah, Trimatic. So again, standard. A little bit of work done to that to make it a bit more, you know, bit better shifting on the quarter mile and that, and 9-inch on the back. Yeah, can't go wrong with the 9-inch, I suppose. Yeah, 411 gears and that.
Good stuff, mate. Well, thanks so much for talking to us. It's a beautiful car. It's a credit to you. Well done on the build.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you. Well, look who I found here, none other than Mr. GT himself, David Frake, the owner of GT Ford Performance. Mate, I'm normally used to seeing you at these shows in a GT Falcon. What's going on? You've got a new car in the stable. Tell us all about it.
Oh, it's a little cruiser I brought in from America. I thought I'd float around Australia just rather than drive hard around in the GT for a little while, see what it's like to be in a cruiser.
Mate, I saw this thing roll through the gate and I thought the Prime Minister has arrived.
Prime Minister doesn't look this good, pal.
Tell us about the car. What is it?
It's a 79 Lincoln, last of the that big body shape. They had to go to a smaller body because the fuel economy was killing them. So yeah, it's just 400 Cleveland and everything that opens and shuts.
So you've really got the best of both worlds. You've got the Phase 3, you've got your Thunderbird, you've got your beautiful XT GT. You can't go wrong.
No, that's right. You can float, or you can just, I won't say race because you're not allowed to race on the roads anymore, but you can drive it nicely in a GT. A bit hard to get them out of a shop though, that was the problem. So, but anyway, this is really shiny, the shiniest one I've had actually. Somebody done a really good job detailing it, so I thought I'd bring it along today and show the people what a good job of detailing is.
Wouldn't be a bloke that holds a piston, wouldn't?
Oh yeah, a little black piston. I reckon it might be.
Plenty of paint to polish, mate. It wore me out.
That's a good job.
Well, thanks very much, mate. Thanks for talking to us. Great car, and thanks for your time.
No problems, mate, any day.
Thank you.
All right.
Well, I've found one of my dream cars here. This very, very original Survivor 1968 Dodge Charger, owned by Michael Mifsud here. Michael, tell us about the car. Tell us the story. Where'd you get it from? Where'd you find this thing?
It came from Massachusetts in USA. I found it on eBay. I was lucky enough to have a brother-in-law who lived in America. Checked out the car for me. When the car arrived in Australia, it took me a little while to check it out. I wasn't sure, what to find. As I persistently went through the car, I found out that the car was very much original. It had a couple of dings in it which had been sprayed in and all that stuff. Going through it all, for rust-wise, it's a very, very clean body. Motor's been, I believe, changed. Still got the big block 383 in it. Everything's on the car, vinyl roof, tops of the car, all original paint on it. So it's very, for 1968, metallic paint. It must have been garaged somewhere for a long time. Being in Boston area, I believe it snows over there. So the conclusion that I had, it must have been it's stored somewhere, and someone's found it. Must have garaged it again and put it on for eBay for sale. So yeah.
Amazing, mate. It just goes to show you that there really are still survivors out there, aren't there?
Yeah, I mean, look, I've heard of instances where people have bought cars in from America and had problems with, especially with trying to hide rust and all that stuff there. So in anticipation, after waiting about 3 months for the car, you start to think, is this the real deal or whatever? And I'm so excited with it. You don't find anything like this. I'm not going to restore the car. I'm just going to touch up where I can and leave it as it is.
Mate, I don't blame you. I mean, I spotted the car and I thought, here we have an original Survivor that looks almost like original paint, and I was right.
Yeah.
And a car that's worthy of showing the viewers out there because it's very interesting, and it's been almost like a time capsule, hasn't it, really?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, you don't believe it till you see it. I mean, like I've seen a couple of Chargers around the place. They're good, without a doubt, but most of them are restored. You know what I mean? And we find something like this. This is what it was in the old production days. How the paint was put on. I used to be a painter years ago, and you can appreciate what they did then in them days. You know what I mean? And to bring these cars to what they are.
Well, mate, fantastic car. I'm very envious of you, and thanks for talking to us. Appreciate your time.
Thanks, Glenn.
Thank you.
Very much.
Well, we're with Graeme Williams here, and he's from the Macedon Rangers Car Club, and they are actually the organiser of this event. Mate, you'd have to be absolutely ecstatic with the turnout here.
We are. It's as big as we've ever had. The weather's been magnificent, and we couldn't ask for much more.
How many cars do you reckon have rolled through the gate today?
In the display area, I reckon we're pushing probably 2,800, plus however many hundred motorbikes you can hear over there, and probably over 2,500 general public cars. So 5,500 cars.
That's fantastic. And your club, does it actually cater for many different types of vehicles?
Yeah, our club's an all makes model, so this event replicates what the car club is. So everything that's a 25-year-old vehicle, we love it, and that's what this day's all about. Every make, every model.
That's what we like to see. And how long's this event been going for now?
This is the 26th consecutive one. So it's run without fail. It started off as a picnic with about 10 people, just a nice day out, and it's turned into this 26 years later.
That's incredible. Now, was actually the venue of part of the filming with the movie Picnic and Hanging Rock, is that correct?
That's correct. That's the rock up there, and people have been walking it all day. So it's a magnificent venue. It's just magic to come to. So we love it.
Amazing, mate. Thanks so much for talking to us.
All right.
It's a credit to you guys. Great job. Look forward to seeing many more in the future.
You'll see us around for sure. Thanks, Glenn.
Thank you.
No worries.
Well, I found a great looking XP two-door here, full of Windsor small block V8. Owned by Peter here. Peter, great car. Give us a rundown.
Thanks, Glenn. It's just a little 302 Windsor, 9-inch C4, about a 5-year build, just a nice little cruiser, nothing too extravagant. They don't handle too well the old things anyway, so yeah, good little cruiser.
Did you do the build yourself?
Yeah, it took about 5 years, so wasn't in bad condition, had the 8 in it already in the 9-inch, so basically bare metal restoration. Not a lot of filler in it anymore, it was previously. But yeah, labour of love over 5 years, so yeah, good fun.
I've always been a big fan of the XP two-doors, and I was mentioning before that I had one when I was 12 years old and unfortunately ran out of money being at school at the time and couldn't afford to finish it. And I see something like this and think, what could have been? I'm very envious of you.
Yeah, absolutely. It's lucky now. When we were young, these things were all cheap. Now that they're expensive, we can afford them. They're too much sometimes, so yeah, a bit of hard work and effort makes it all worthwhile.
And the small block looks pretty good in there. It looks at home. I mean, we didn't get the V8 version of the Falcon in Australia. In this sort of era, we only got the 6-cylinder version, which is still a great thing. But in the States, they did actually have V8 versions, didn't they?
Yeah, it was a little bit unfortunate we didn't get those, but they squeeze in quite nice. It's a bit of fun getting it in and out when you need to rebuild it, but no, they fit nicely.
And tell us about the internals of the engine. What sort of modifications have been done?
Just basically a mild cam, not much more than that. It's got a 600 Holly on it, Edelbrock manifold.
So it's a nice all-round cruiser.
Nice all-round cruiser, basically, yeah.
Good stuff, people. Thanks so much for talking to us. Appreciate your time.
Thank you. Love the show.
Thank you.
Thanks, Glenn.
Now here's an event to mark on your calendar for 2013, the Gasoline Muscle Car Expo. There's never been an event like this one, where some of Australia's very best concourse American and Australian muscle cars come together under one roof. Also featured by special invitation, barn finds, street machines, special interests and 50s classics. If you have a concourse standard muscle car or any vehicle that you think might be eligible to enter this event, then contact Michael Curson via the Gasoline website. This one is going to be huge. And don't forget, viewers, to look up the all-new Shannons Club. Shannons Club is a huge site. It's like a hub for enthusiasts. You jump on there, you can start your own garage, put pictures of your cars up there, stories of your cars, videos, you name it. You'll see people like myself on there, Jim Richards. Click onto our garages and check out some of our machines and some of our past machines. It's an incredible site, it's growing every day, so get onto it and have a ball. We'll have a look what I've found here. An absolutely spectacular HT 350 Bathurst Manaro, and it's the real thing. Amy McCower here is the lucky owner of this car. Mate, tell us about this one. I love it.
Well, I bought it about 1984, and I just bought it along all these years till last year, till I got all the parts, all the correct numbers, all the colours, and finally got on the road. And it's just a pleasure to drive, and it's a pleasure to show the people what old cars look like.
So the car was a down car when you bought it?
Yep, rust from here to there, from down the bottom, quarters, doors, floor panels, half of the parts of the motor's missing, interior's all ripped, and just like I said, almost 20 years, 22 years, just chasing and bring it back to its original glory.
So you basically saw that Manaro number, that code, Bathurst Manaro, and thought, I'm going to put this in stock.
That's right, and that's what I did, and my friend said to me, look at this, it's an 81837. It's a genuine 350 and it's a manual. So I said, all right, we'll buy this, and took it in the shed, and since then I've just been chasing parts and asking people and going to shows like this. taken a lot of photos to try to bring it back to original, and here you go.
So it's taken you over 20 years, and here's the result of all that labour and love.
There's a result, and I'm just glad that everybody loves it, including yourself, Glenn.
Well, I've got to be honest with you, mate, when I saw that big tank in the boot area there, I thought, hang on a minute, we've got a serious car here. This could be the real deal. Now, how big is that big tank in these Bathurst cars?
It's 125 litres.
Wow. The 350s in these with the high compression 350, was it 300 horsepower?
300 horse, that's right, Glenn. Yeah.
And Colin Bond won Bathurst in these things, mate. The race heritage is there.
That's right, that's right. So here's the thing, exactly. And if you just take it easy, you cruise on the Nullarbor, you cruise at about 70, 80 miles, and it just purrs up there. And it's loving it.
Mate, all I can say is you're a lucky man, but you've earned all the credit for the build of this car. I respect you for that, and thanks so much for letting us look at it and talk to you, mate.
All right, Glenn, thanks very much, and I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We're the Gasoline Twins. Hope you're enjoying the show.
Well, here's the perfect car to be cruising around in today with the roof off on a beautiful sunny day like today. This absolutely magnificent 1956 Ford Thunderbird is owned by Glenn Else here. You must be a good bloke with a name like that.
Wow, we're all good blokes with a name like Glenn, eh?
Tell us about the car, mate.
I bought the car, the basics was done on the car's been right off the chassis. The chassis all been done. It's total nut and bolt restoration. I purchased it off a friend that I ran into through work and cosmetically finished it off. Had no interior, a lot of parts weren't painted. I got the paint work done by Verica Brothers in Kyneton, who matched up the paint perfectly. The car was originally painted like 15 years ago, and they couldn't believe how good the paint would stand up, and it hasn't been touched since. But the interior was, like I said, non-existent. Had to get all that from the States and put it all together. But yeah, it's been a 2-year project, and this is his first day out actually.
So effectively it was a nut and bolt restoration from the ground up.
Ground up, yep. The motor's all been rebuilt. It hadn't been started since it had been put back together. A good friend of mine, Robert Brown, who lives in the same town I do, he got the motor going for me, got the oil pressure up, a little bit at the time. Like I said, got it running, it's running perfect, starts easy. Yeah, I'm really happy with it.
It's the 312, the bigger engine?
312 wide block, yep.
And what trans did they run in and rear end in these cars?
This one is pretty rare actually because it's a 3-speed manual with electric overdrive. And you drop it into top gear, you're doing say 110 k's, you're doing about 2,000 revs.
Absolutely perfect.
Yeah, most of them were autos, but I'm quite lucky that it is a manual, it's different. It's got a up-to-date Holy carburetor on it, which is a conversion kit thing, not a big deal, just bolted straight on. And yeah, I'm really happy with it.
Well, mate, thanks for talking to us. Beautiful car, absolutely love it.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
I've got to say, when it comes to Aussie muscle cars, it's pretty hard to go past a good-looking HQ two-door GTS like this one here. This car is an absolutely spectacular example. I love the gold with the white stripes. It's different. These things had a heap of different options, these Manaros. Anything from a 6-cylinder through a 253 V8, 308 Australian V8, and of course the iconic small block 350 Chevy. That's the rare one, they're the hard ones to get, and on top of my list when it comes to desirability. To be honest with you, I'm probably happy with any one of these things, regardless of engine type. Holden put a lot of money into these things in the day, millions and millions of dollars back in the early 70s. And you can tell they put a lot of work into the design. The car looks absolutely awesome and probably one of the best looking body designs you'll see on an Australian muscle car. Fantastic car, fantastic shape, performance with that 350 under the hood would be absolutely insane. Well, there's always plenty of hustle and bustle at the Shannons stand when you come to these shows. With Jared Harding here. Jared, you must be very happy with the turnout, mate. It's huge.
Yeah, it certainly is. It's massive. I've never seen it this big, and happy to be part of it once again, and happy to be a sponsor. And yeah, the event is just huge.
Are you finding much interest from enthusiasts at the moment with their vehicles, insurance-wise?
Oh, definitely so. Obviously, the good weather brings everyone out, and everyone seems to have a project at home that they're working on, as you do yourself. So it's good to have a chat with everyone and make sure everything's covered, and we're doing the right thing and looking after everyone.
I mean, obviously, Shannons are a sponsor of Gasoline, but in total honesty, they are really probably one of the best insurance companies to go with for the car enthusiast. I've got every vehicle that I own insured with them. I've got my home insured with them. All my parts in the shed. I've got laid up insurance on Project Warhorse. You never know, if something happens and the shed burns down, you lose the car.
Well,
so
right.
you really are covered for just about everything you'd ever possibly need in an enthusiast situation, aren't you?
Well, that's right. You obviously want to, make sure you're covered for worst case scenario and make sure you are covered properly and adequately. And that's what the guys are here today, to make sure everyone's covered right. And if we can help someone out, we're certainly here to do so.
Now tell us, mate, you are an enthusiast yourself. Tell us a little bit about your project, your car.
I've got a XP 4-door sitting at home. It's a bit of a project of my dad and myself. Just slowly coming along. It's probably a bit slower than what it should be, but that's cars, unfortunately. So yeah.
There's a bit of an angry engine in that car, isn't it? Triple carbed, am I right there?
It's not quite angry. It's pretty docile, but yeah, we triple carb setup and very sort of old school, sort of 60 style. So not too powerful, just a bit of a slow cruiser.
Well, there you go. Shannons Insurance for enthusiasts by enthusiasts. Thanks for talking to us, Jared.
No, thank you. Thanks for coming along today, guys.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Well, we're back at Rocket Industries, and with over 60,000 high-performance part numbers on the shelf in here, I'm like a kid in a candy store. So let's get into it and check out some of these parts. Well, if it's tyres you're looking for, then Rocket Industries has you covered. They've got a full range of Mickey Thompson. Everything from road right through to full-blown race. Starting with these tyres here, the Sportsman ST. These tyres here are for that old school look. You've got the raised white lettering. You've got 15-inch diameter, 60s and 70s series, the higher profile tyre, just like you'd expect to see on some of your 60s and 70s muscle cars. Give that real old school look. Over here you've got the Mickey Thompson Sportsman SR. In the bigger diameters, these are not a race tyre, they're still a road tyre with a suitable compound. You get good mileage out of them, and they look the part on a modern day vehicle or a Pro Tourer or something like that. These tyres here, I've used quite a few of these over the years. They're one of my favourites. The ET Street Radial. They're a full radial compound with grooves, a very soft compound too, and they'll hook up like you wouldn't believe on the drag strip. But look at these babies. These are fairly new to this scene. These ET Street Radial Pros. As you can see, there's not much in the way of grooves. I don't think you'd have much luck with these babies passing on the road, but they're made for a class. They're a class tyre, as used on the APS-A cars here in Australia. In fact, in America, there's cars that have run a 7.2 second quarter mile on these babies. What a tyre. They're actually a combination of full radial and also a little bit of conventional in there to try and get a bit of flex in the sidewall so they squat on the track and hook up and don't break away when it comes to traction. Now these babies here, these are the ET Drag. Had a bit of experience with these too. These things will hook up like nothing you've ever seen. They're a full drag slick. Get a heap of flex in the sidewall. Ever been in the drag strip before? Ever seen these babies crinkle up and just say help when they're launching off the line? Well, that helps the car hook up. You don't want a tyre with a really stiff sidewall in a drag racing application. What's it going to do? It's going to break away. There's no give there. When you get that flex in the sidewall, it allows the tyre to almost wind up in effect and hook up and launch that car like you wouldn't believe. I remember the first time I raced a car on these tyres. I'd been used to a road style tyre. I got out there, the car was set up correctly, the right suspension, front runners, the works, the whole lot. I launched that car, I got such a shock, such a surprise at the rate that that car launched. I felt like I was taken off in the space shuttle and actually backed off the throttle. But don't worry, eventually I got used to it, and there's nothing like lifting the front wheel off the deck. And these babies here will do it. They come in a full range from smaller diameters right through to great big tyres for those big full-blown drag cars. You know what? I absolutely love them. So when you look at it, Mickey Thompson have got the whole range of tyres covered. From Rocket Industries, pick up the phone, you can't go wrong. To download your free copy of the Rocket Industries and Aeroflow Performance Parts catalogues, go to the sponsor section at the Gasoline website. Click on the links and download away. With over 650 combined pages of performance parts and accessories, you're sure to find everything you need for your car.
Stay tuned for more gasoline.
Well, I found an absolutely gorgeous LC GTR Tirana replica here, owned by Darrin Car. Darrin, great little car. Tell us about it.
Thanks. Actually started life as a LC S model. It was olive green, 173, auto column shift, drum brake front end. So, yeah, it's a little bit different now.
And you've gone to a lot of trouble to try and make it almost an exact replica. Would I be right in saying that?
Yeah, we have. Yeah, tracked down the original 161S, put an Aussie 4-speed in it, got the correct interior. So yeah, it's come up great.
Well, we all see plenty of XU1s around, but it is good to see something a little bit different in the GTR sense.
Yeah, there's not many GTRs that are replicas now, and there's not many around that are still original. So yeah.
I like the colour choice too. What is the name of that colour?
That's Lono Ranger.
And a very popular colour too with the XU1 enthusiasts, isn't it?
It is, yeah. There's a fair few around now. Starting to get more and more back in the original colour. A lot of them changed them back in the day. So.
And have you done most of the restoration work yourself?
All the mechanical work. Had it painted by someone else, but yeah, did most of it myself. Yeah.
It's very satisfying if you've got the opportunity to do that. I mean, not everyone has, but if you're able to do it, it's great, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. It took us a while. It's a 12-year build, this one, so yeah, a lot of time and effort.
And the little 161, is she stock?
Yeah, it's got Starfire rods, balanced, but apart from that, it's all standard. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for talking to us, Darrin. Beautiful car. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Right on.
And now available on DVD, Gasoline Season 1. Call Michael Curson on the number below or check out the Gasoline website for details on purchasing this collection. And remember viewers, if you want to see past Gasoline episodes, go to shannons.com.au. Click on the Gasoline link and enjoy. And remember, this is a whole new season of Gasoline with new episodes every Tuesday night at 8:30 p.m, Australia-wide.
Gasoline is proudly brought to you by Shannons Insurance for motoring enthusiasts and the following sponsors. I'm Michael Curzon, producer, creator of Gasoline. Hope you enjoy.